Hello YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you happen to be new here, welcome to The Painted South. So as most of you know, my channel is usually all about home decorating, home design, DIYs, trash to treasure flips, thrift store shopping, shopping hauls, how-to videos, how to do crafty projects, all kinds of things like that. But today I wanted to share something a little bit different. So today I have a list of 10 things that I am going to either completely stop spending money on or minimize it as much as possible. I hope you enjoy these 10 things. I would love to hear from you below in the comments. As you're watching the video, if you want to pop in a comment on each thing, if that's something that you're doing or something that you've done in the past and the results you've got from it, and so on. So let's get started on the list. So I don't know about you, but my go-to for entertainment is YouTube. We watch either YouTube videos or Netflix. We do not have cable, so I can pick and choose what we want to watch. And on YouTube, you can find anything. If you need to know how to do something, or you want to be inspired, or just current events, anything like that. So I spend a lot of time on YouTube if I want to watch something. So I've been watching different things on YouTube, like hoarders episodes, which really inspire you to clean up and clear out your home, even if you're not technically a hoarder. I've been watching different YouTube channels, people that are minimalist, and so they live really minimally. They declutter their home and get rid of almost everything they own. So I'm trying to find a balance in between those two things. But in doing so, I've also been watching a lot of videos of people who do things to save money. They live very, very frugally. They cut their budgets back. So I've been getting a lot of tips from there, and a lot of the stuff you really already know. It's kind of common sense, but it's still great to hear these things. And it's only good if you apply them to your life. Now, I could list many, many more things than just 10, but today I'm going to share 10 things that I am going to stop spending money on for this year, and maybe, who knows, for years and years to come. But I'm going to try to implement these things so that I can save money. And it is amazing if you start adding things up that you spend on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis in a year, how much money that you spend and how much money you can save. So let's get started on that list. So one of the first ideas that I'm really trying to implement is to only buy things that I really, really, really love and that I also need. Now, I know there are always things that you don't necessarily need and things that you just want. So if those things that I want or need are not really exactly what I want, I'm not going to buy them. I really struggle with this because I love going thrift shopping. I love great deals. I love to get a good deal on something. The problem is a lot of times you end up buying several things to try to fill the void, the need of the thing that you really wanted or desired, and you end up with several things that really don't fill that, and you are never satisfied. So I think it's better to just save up your money. If something is more expensive, wait it out, wait for a sale, wait for that thing. And having patience before you buy something that you really want is more rewarding anyway. And it also gives you time to realize, do I really need that or do I really want it? So you're not making spontaneous purchases. Now, of course, this can be the case for larger items like furniture, or say you wanted a designer couch, it's everything you wanted. If you can find a less expensive version, that's great. But if you know that the leather isn't the quality, the stitching isn't the quality, the actual build of the sofa is not going to be as long lasting, then just save up and get what you want. That's just what I'm going to try to do. I'm very guilty of just getting things because they're cheap, to be honest with you. And they're not exactly what I want. I do that all the time with furniture, and it's fine to get things off of like Marketplace and at thrift stores, and I love doing that, but I've been doing it for so long, and what I found is when I try to put my furniture and make it work, sometimes I just can't. It doesn't go together. It's just not exactly what I wanted. And so from here on out, I'm going to try to get things that I really, really, really love and not fill it with a bunch of other stuff, if that makes sense. And so this applies for things that are even less expensive. And I've been guilty of this myself. I know that sometimes we can go into stores for decorative items. I love shopping at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, all those places. And sometimes if you go into a place like Dollar Tree or Dollar General, they have cheaper versions of little signs or different little things, but if I'm being honest, they usually look cheaper. They usually are smaller. They look less expensive. They're made with not as good of materials and so forth. And I'm not knocking Dollar Tree, but I know myself, if I go in there to get a few things, I'm walking out spending $20 to $50 every time I go in there. And that's not stocking up on stuff. Now, sometimes I'll go in there and just stock up on things so I don't have to go frequently, but it is very easy to go into a store and buy a bunch of stuff that you don't really love, you don't really need or really even want, just because it's inexpensive, just because it's $1. Now, I love Dollar Tree. They have a lot of great items. I'm going to continue shopping there, but I'm going to be very, very mindful that I'm not going to just go in there and fill up my little basket or cart with things that are $1, because I end up getting to the register, like I said, and I've spent $50. I've spent way more than that when I just went in there to get a couple of things. So that's number one, and that's one thing that I'm trying to implement this year to save money. So the next thing that I'm going to do to save money, number two, is to minimize or completely eliminate professional hair care services. Now, one of the reasons I started this over a year ago is that I did go to a professional salon after a long time of not going, and he completely fried my hair. I told you about this in a video, I think last summer, showed you some pictures. He fried it off. I had little short stubby things. It was absolutely terrible, and it has taken months and months and months to grow my hair out and get it to look somewhat healthy. So I have been doing my own hair for this whole time. So it looks okay. I have to color my roots every 3 to 4 weeks, and that would get really expensive if I always had to go to a salon. Plus, it takes a lot of time to set up an appointment and go there and wait if they're running behind, and then your appointment and then leaving. So it's just easier for me to get up in the morning, go ahead and color my roots and hop in the shower and get on with my day. It only takes about 25 minutes to do that. So actually, to do that whole process, including mixing the product, applying it, and then letting it develop, is probably about 45 minutes. So I'm not saying I will never go to another salon. I'm just saying if I do go, it's probably only going to be once a year. So I may go this spring or summer and treat myself to one application of highlights done by a professional and maybe a nice layered cut or something like that. But otherwise, I trim my own hair at home and I apply the color to my roots, and I even do my highlights. You can buy all of those products at Sally Beauty Supply for just a few dollars, and they will last you for several months. And so that's what I'm doing to save money. So now, because I can get a few applications with each product that I buy, I'm only spending about $5 a month to color my own hair. And so that's only $60 for an entire year. When I used to go to a salon back in the day, I used to pay $45 for a cut plus tip. I also used to pay $45 plus tip for a professional blowout where they just wash it, condition it, and blow it dry. And that's just absurd to me right now. I don't even know what I was thinking back then, but anyway. And for coloring, you know, if you go in for just a simple all over color, it's probably $60 where you live. I don't know how much it costs, but if you get any type of highlights or partial foil or biolage, whatever services you want to get, you know they can go anywhere from $80 to over $200 at a normal salon. If you are in an area like Los Angeles, when I was out there, I got my hair done one time at a salon, and it was over $400 for highlights and color. They did my roots, they did full highlights and a trim, and it was over $400. So, you know, I know there are even places where haircuts are $400. But for most of us average folks, a haircut is probably $20 to $40, and hair color ranges all over the place. And it also depends on how long your hair is. So anyway, so in just 1 year, by coloring my own roots, giving myself my own highlights, and trimming my own hair, I'm saving right around $1,500. Now, the next thing that I save a ton of money on is not getting my nails and toenails done at a salon. Now, I don't know how expensive this is where you live, but I have paid up to $90 for both services, sometimes even more depending on what you get done. But I would say the average that I used to spend, to be on the conservative side, was about $75 every 2 weeks. That's $180 a month, and that really adds up in a year. Now, I know a lot of women love to go to the salon and that's their girl time and it's a way to treat yourself, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But for me, I'd rather save that $1,800 a year and use it for something else. I can do my own toenails. Sometimes my husband has given me a pedicure, and that's really nice. It's very inexpensive to buy a little pedicure kit and your favorite nail polish and do your own nails and toes at home for a fraction of the cost. So just in doing your own hair and your own nails at home, you can save around $3,300 a year. Now, all of these things are not going to be beauty related, but this next one is. So number 4 is going to a tanning salon. I used to tan all the time. When I was young and didn't have any money, I would just lay outside. I would rub any kind of oil that we had, butter, whatever. I loved having a dark tan, and I still do. Obviously, I don't. I love having a dark tan. I think it looks really nice. I think I look better. I feel like I look a little bit thinner. You know, there's a glow to my skin. But just, I'd say it was maybe, I guess maybe it's been almost a month now. I went to the dermatologist and I had several spots on my body burned off that looked suspicious, and one I actually had cut off, removed with a scalpel, and that got sent off. I haven't heard anything bad, so hopefully it wasn't cancer. But anyway, as I'm getting older, I'm 44 now, I am noticing a lot of the brown sort of sunspots from all of the damage that I put my body through for years and years and years. I loved going to the tanning bed. I loved going every day if I could. If I missed a day, I felt like I was getting pale. I mean, I really love going. I still would love to go to the tanning bed, especially when it's cold like it is now and rainy. You can go in there and get all warm in the tanning bed. You get color. You just feel better. It sort of helps you mentally, or it did me when it was in the winter and you just feel so blah and it's just cold and all that kind of stuff. So I really, really loved going, but I am not going to do that anymore. It's very, very expensive. I used to spend an absolute fortune on going to the tanning bed. If anybody can relate, please let me know in the comments below. But you know as well as I do, if you pay for all of the visits, the monthly memberships, the lotions, all that kind of stuff, just the time driving there and so forth, and it's really not good for you. It ages your skin. And if I'm going to get sun from now on, I'm going to either just get it from the great outdoors, being outside in the sun, which is natural, and limiting that. And then if I want a darker tan, a bronze tan, I will use a Sunless tanning lotion. And back in the day, I used to love the smell of tanning lotion. Oh, Hawaiian Tropic tanning lotion. I just love that coconut smell. It's still one of my favorite smells. I love it in the summer. It's just, I don't know. I just love it. I love that smell. And now for a quick intermission, I would like to share a reenactment of my tanning salon adventures. Hey girl, welcome to Exotic Tan. How can I help you today? Yeah, I'd like to tan today. Getting into the tanning bed is gonna be like a big warm hug. So have you ever tanned with us before? No. So you're looking a little pale today. Does it look like I've tanned here before? Okay, well in that case, I'm gonna have you fill out this card, answer all the questions, and we're not gonna refer to it at all. So if you burn easily, just mark it. I'm not gonna look at it. Basically, it's just a formality. In case you burn in the bed, you can't sue us. So let me tell you the options we have here at Exotic Tan. Level 1 is $69.95 a month plus $8 per visit. You can lay in beds 1, 7, 3, 4, or 5, but only on Thursdays. You have to pay an extra $10 for that one. Membership level 2 is $79.95 a month. It's the same as level 1, but you can also lay in our bronzer beds, but only once a month. And if you want to lay in them more than once a month, then you're going to have to pay an extra $15. Or you can go ahead and get level 3, which is $89.95 a month, and you can lay in any bed that you want as many times as you want with a fee of $5 per visit. I may have some of this wrong. It is my first day, so please refer to the laminated paper at the front. Now, I do know that today we are running a special. If you sign up for the Ultimate VIP membership package for only $109.95 a month, you can lay as many times as you want with no fees per visit, and you get a discount on one of our ultra mega lotions. Now, if you're interested in the lotions, let me show you some options. I mean, I like lotion. If you do get the VIP package, you can get one of these lotions. Normally retails for $145. It has 35 bronzers, and you can get it today for $89.95. I mean, you would almost be stupid not to get the VIP package and this lotion. But if you don't want this lotion, wait, I have another option. Now, the other lotion is great, but this has even more bronzers. It will almost sizzle and burn your skin to that bronzy brown color. 64 bronzers. That's right, 64 in this bottle. Oh, 64. And you pretty much have to buy one of our lotions, because they told me that I had to tell you that if you don't wear a lotion, one of our lotions, that you're pretty much not going to get much from the visit anyway, so you need to buy one, or you're pretty much wasting your money. Now, this one is normally $195, but I'm telling you, if you get that VIP package, you can save money on this one, $165 today only. Now, if you want a really deep, dark bronze tan, you're going to want to use our patented exotic tan cream. Not only does it have 247 bronzers, it also has an accelerator. So if you thought you weren't going to burn, you're gonna burn. If you don't tan with this lotion, you are never going to tan. So I'm gonna be honest with you. So after you choose your membership package and your lotion, you're going to need an after tan lotion. You have to care for your tan afterward. You're going to need to buy another lotion. These are on sale, any one you want, for $95. Now, I'm going to tell you this. You cannot use any other lotions in these tanning beds. You cannot bring any of your own lotions in here. You cannot use outdoor lotions. Because if you do, you're going to ruin the acrylic, and then you're going to have to pay for the whole bed, and these cost $50,000 a piece. Now that you've heard all of the options, which level of financial investment would you like to make in your tan today? I think I just want to try out bed number 1 for 8 minutes. One visit. I just want a little color. I mean, you're looking pale. I look like a character from Twilight. Are you always this pale? I think everyone looks healthier with the tan. Now, in all seriousness, I used to tan all the time, and I'm going to be very conservative and say that I very easily would spend $60 to $100 a month. And so I'm going to be saving $600 to $1,200 every single year that I don't go to a tanning salon. Now, if you do want to tan and you don't have time to lay out in the sun, or you don't like tan lines, or maybe you don't have privacy, or what have you, you can always use a really high quality Sunless tanner. They have amazing products now. You can buy one bottle. It'll probably last you most of the summer. Maybe 2 bottles will last you the entire summer, and you'll have a great tan for less money and less damage to your skin. And if you guys know of any great products that you really love and you'd like to share them with anyone, please list them in the comments below. So in watching a lot of YouTube videos, I've also been very inspired for number 5. And number 5 is only buying comfortable clothing, not buying trendy clothing. I've been watching a lot of minimalists, and they get rid of a lot of clothes in their closet. I have been purging year after year, garbage bag after garbage bag of clothing, and I have almost completely stopped buying clothing until I reach my weight goal. That's a whole nother video. We're not going to get into that right now. And I've really looked back over the past many years, and I've thought of all of the money that I've spent on clothing that was just trendy. I just went out shopping to go out shopping with no real thought process in mind. I didn't have a list of basics that I really needed. I still don't have a really good basic wardrobe. And so that's where I am right now. I am only going to purchase things that I really, really need and want, but for clothing. I need a basic I really just need a really great basic fundamental wardrobe with all of those amazing high quality staple pieces that will last for years and years, that fit well and that are very comfortable. That's another one of my problems that I'm having. If you've gained any amount of weight, you know that your clothes don't fit anymore, and then you don't want to buy new clothes because you don't want to admit that you're a couple sizes bigger. Or if you do go buy the clothes and then you lose weight, then you have all those clothes. So I think it's best to try to get to your comfortable weight and then invest in a good staple wardrobe. And that's what I'm trying to do. I want to lose about 20 pounds. And then once I reach that goal, I am going to shop for things that are going to last me for a long time. Very, very versatile things, staple pieces. I've gone onto Pinterest and I've made some boards where I know, okay, I love these looks. They're casual. You can dress them up, you can dress them down. So I want to get all of those staple pieces that will last me. So I'm not going to be buying a lot of trendy clothing with crazy colors and all of that kind of stuff. It's just something that I really wanted to do. I want to take the guesswork out. I just want to have pieces that I know fit me, that I can go to my closet. I love everything. I can throw something on and not really worry about what people think. And wherever I go, I want to be comfortable. I don't know about you, but as I'm getting older, I'm 44 right now at the time I'm making this video, my body is changing. Things hurt a lot more. And the last thing that I want to do is be uncomfortable. I really want to be comfortable. And I used to wear all of these crazy shoes. I would always wear heels. Always. I always had boots. I either was wearing high-heeled boots, high-heeled shoes, high-heeled sandals. Unless I was going to the gym and I would have on athletic shoes or maybe flip-flops during the summer, I always had on heels. And now I just can't do it. My body's changing. I have sciatica. I have different lower back issues and issues with my feet. I mean, it sucks getting older, doesn't it? It's like no fun. Getting older is like no fun. It's no fun. But you know what? We've got to roll with the punches and just sort of change as we change and just enjoy life where we are. But I am no longer going to be buying things. You guys, I would wear these out like all the time. And we don't really go out anymore, but when we would go out, I didn't even care. I'd throw this on with jeans, shorts, jean shorts, a dress, skirt. I didn't care. I just loved wearing heels. I mean, I have worn these. I just loved them. They were so cute. They really made you look taller, skinnier. Right. I don't know if you were like this, but you'd find an outfit and then you wouldn't have shoes to go with it. And then, or you'd have the shoes, but nothing to wear with it. And there's so many different styles and trends go in and out every season and every year. And it's really just hard to keep up with that trendy fashion. And so I am saving hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars by not shopping for any of that stuff anymore. My goal, like I said, is to lose the little bit of weight that I want to lose and to feel really comfortable in my own skin and then get that staple wardrobe. So that's what I'm doing. So number 5 is no more uncomfortable or trendy clothing. Now, the next one I know may be a touchy subject for a lot of people because a lot of people really love eating out and they love their fast food. But because I have a goal of losing weight and because I just absolutely cannot stand eating fast food, it just, for some reason, I don't know, the oil that they use, whatever preservatives are in the food. Anytime I eat fast food, it really upsets my stomach. So number 6 is going to be no more fast food. And honestly, I really don't want to eat out at all unless it is a really, really nice restaurant and it's a special occasion. And I know I'm going to get food. One exception that I always make is really good sushi. I love sushi. It's something that I don't prepare at home. But otherwise, I can make food I feel that is just as good or better than the nice restaurants where you can go out and get a really good meal. So I could go on and on and on about fast food and eating out and how much money you can save. I'm sure you can do the math. Look at your budget, see how much you're spending. I know for myself and my husband, if we eat out even 3 times a month, on average for a couple for an okay restaurant, I mean like Longhorn or something like that, he'll get a steak, whatever with tip, it's at least $60, at least, sometimes $60 to $80. And if you do that 3 times a month, that's $240. And I know that's not a lot of money for a lot of people, but I really don't enjoy the food that much that I want to spend that much money. And if you add that up in a year, just say $200 a month for argument's sake on eating out, you're looking at $2,400 $100 on fast food and eating out, and it's never going to be as healthy as what you can prepare at home unless you're eating at, you know, a restaurant where you can get healthier options. So it is nice to eat out every once in a while, and a lot of people do that as their social interaction. And so if you want to do that, just make it something special once a month. Eat at home, eat healthy, get yourself and your system working well, and use that as sort of your cheat meal, or like I said, for a special occasion, or if you're socializing with friends and family. So again, number 6 is completely eliminate eating fast food altogether, and eliminate or cut down quite a bit eating out at nicer restaurants as well. So number 7 is going to be a quick one. I don't have to go on and on about this one. It is expensive makeup. I never used to buy super expensive makeup, but I'd say foundation $60 to $80. I certainly have done that. And yes, the foundation was good, but was it really worth it? I can spend $10 to $15 on a foundation and pretty much look the same. I mean, if you're doing photo shoots or pageants or things like that where you need better coverage, longer lasting, those types of things, yes, get the good makeup. I know that quality is important, and a lot of times you really do get what you pay for, but for right now, it's just something I'm not going to be spending money on. I want to save that money for other things, and so I'm not going to buy expensive makeup. So if you guys have any recommendations for your favorite makeup products that maybe come from the drugstore, or maybe Sally's or Ulta or Sephora or anything like that, please let us know in the comments below, maybe your favorite foundation or something like that. And we'd love to hear from you as well. This is something that some people really like, and I used to do it all the time. I used to buy bright colored earrings and bracelets and necklaces and all this stuff. And I ended up donating all of that last year while I was cleaning out my closet, and I'm probably going to do another round of that. What I found as I'm getting older, and everybody's different, I guess maybe because I am older, I just only want very simple pieces of jewelry. I always wear my wedding bands. I will wear something simple. So this necklace is actually from my son who is in the military, and so this is something that is very simple and it means a lot to me, and so I will keep this and wear this. But as far as big, loud, chunky bracelets and necklaces and earrings, I mean, they look really great on people. They look fabulous, actually, and I see so many people wear them and I just love them. But for me, to save money for this year and hopefully for a while on, I am just going to basically not buy any jewelry, but if I do buy jewelry, it's going to be maybe a basic pair of silver or gold hoops, and that's it. So costume jewelry was number 8. Now number 9. So another thing that we are no longer going to spend money on, hopefully ever, and that is buying brand new cars. Now, my husband and I have been together for 26 years, and over the past many years, we have owned a multitude of new cars, and I wish that I had all the money back for all of those payments that we made. I've had the new Cadillac Escalade EXT. I've had the new Yukon Denali XLs. My husband has had brand new trucks. We've had brand new cars. And you know what? All of that was such a waste of money. If you have the money and you want to buy the vehicle, that's totally fine. For us, it's just not worth it. I remember one time I had a brand new Yukon Denali XL, brand new. I don't think I had it a couple weeks. And we were in the mall parking lot, and I remember these people pulled in beside us, and it was very windy. So I was sitting in the vehicle. I hadn't gotten out yet, and they opened their door, and the wind caught it, and they had parked too close to me, of course, and it slammed into my vehicle. And I was like, the payment on that vehicle was a lot. I don't know, $800, 8 something, $850. It was a lot of money, and I just thought, with this brand new vehicle, now I have to have it fixed, and there's going to be an incident report and so forth. So anyway, hats off to you if you want to spend tons and tons of money on your vehicles, but for us, it's just something that we're not going to do. So again, number 9, no more brand new cars. So number 10 is a really big one, and it's something that is a huge decision for us. We are no longer going to buy or live in a huge house. Now, it's huge for us. It's too big for us. I know I've mentioned this before in different videos that we were considering downsizing and moving, and there's a whole backstory behind all of that. And I will do another video. I have a lot to say about all of that, why we're downsizing, how we're going to do it, and so forth. But for this video's sake, just know that we have just decided that we want to downsize. We don't want to put so much money and so much effort into remodeling and repairing and working on just the time and effort and money that it takes to keep up a larger house. I think we're just sort of at a different point in our lives right now, and we're looking to transition. We are in our mid-40s, and I just think that we want to be in a smaller one-level house, and we want to have the yard and the land that we're on function for us for a lot of different purposes. And you know, when you're in a neighborhood with an HOA, you can really only do so much to your yard, and that is try to make it look nice. And that's great. It's just we're wanting to do some different things, and I'll get into all of that later. But for number 10, and I'm going to cut this short because like I said, I can ramble on about that in another video, we are no longer going to be buying big houses. So actually this morning I had one of the Pod's storage moving containers delivered, and they plopped it down there. And so whenever we're ready, whenever I have things packed up, organized, separated, all that kind of stuff, we can start moving everything out into the pod. I think I'm really going to try to downsize this house and only take what will fit in that one storage pod. I don't know if I can do that. I think my husband could fill it up with just his tools. But so I know this wasn't a decorating video, but I really hope that you enjoyed it anyway. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. If you have any questions or ideas you would like to share, please put those in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed already, I would love for you to do so and join our YouTube family.